Remember that corn I got at the grocery store for 17 cents a ear? Well, we ate 4 of them. It was limit 6, so there were 12, 8 left. I cut the kernels off and got 10 cups, and then I found in Diane Devereaux's, let me show you the book I'm working out of. Diane Devereaux, the canning diva, she has the Beginning Guide to Canner book. And in it, I saw the most amazing corn pepper relish. Well, I had some extra bell peppers from the garden. So I grabbed the bell peppers from the garden, I grabbed the corn, I grabbed all the other stuff that she said. I didn't have the celery, so I added more peppers. It's not gonna hurt it. And this is what I've got right here. It is, description says that one member of her family uses it as a replacement for pickle relish, a sweet pickle relish. I am excited for this, and I'll get back with you in a moment, because those ears were 17 cents a piece. That's making my garden veggies 17 cents for 8 ears of corn in this, and just the vinegar and sugar, really cheap. So the corn relish is like in the kitchen on the counter, but then I read an article about how beneficial corn silk and how you can make things out of the husks. So now, oh, this is a good one. Now I'm in the garage going through the bag. And you know, I'm really glad that I grabbed a brand new bag to throw this stuff in, because now I'm digging the corn husks and silks out of the trash. More on that later. I can't believe I've been throwing this stuff away all this time. Okay, this is what I've got, people. I went through and I rescued all of the corn silks. Corn silks are going to be freeze-dried because it'll remove the water from the silks, and then I can use them in teas. I can also make a tincture with vodka out of them, so I'm really excited about those. I'm going to stick them in the freezer to get them frozen so they can go in, most likely when I have another batch. There you go. And look, my corn husks are just sitting in here, very single layer. And it just came out of the freeze dryer. It feels like straw. I'm gonna package it because I live in a very humid climate, and when you live in a very humid climate, you literally have to package as soon as things come out of the freeze dryer. It's a very interesting texture. It went from silky to very fine straw, kind of like a baby doll's hair, like a Barbie's hair. I'm pretty much going to put it in 2 jars and then suck the air out of it, and I'll label it corn silks. So there you go. It's so soft, I literally want to spin it with my spinning wheel. Did you know I spin? I haven't in a while, but yeah, I do. Like, I spin fiber, and oh, look at how pretty that is. And do you want to see the corn broth? It's beautiful. This is what the corn broth looks like. What I did was I canned it at 55 minutes in the pressure canner. And there is my corn broth. It's actually partial corn broth and partial corn, because I scraped the cobs and I left the scrapings in the broth. So what I did, because I actually left corn in there, it's not just considered broth because it's not just a liquid. It has some particles in there. So what I did was, instead of doing 30 minutes in the pressure canner, I did the total of 55, which is what it would have asked for if it was corn, like if I was canning corn. So I just pressure canned it as if I was canning corn. I think it's beautiful, and it smells so sweet and amazing. Like, it smells delicious. And I just noticed I had one that didn't seal. So guess what we're going to be using? Yeah, we're going to be figuring out something to use it for. That sounds like fun. Okay, let's talk about that corn. Remember, I had 12 ears of corn. We ate 4. I had $1.36 worth of corn left because we got them for 17 cents a piece. So we're going to talk about what we made with that $1.36 worth of corn and how much did I get out of it. So I'm going to pop these rings off and wash them because we do not store jars with rings. I'm going to test every single one by holding it up like this, counting 1, 2, and putting it back down. Get my water all warmed up and my dish towel from my aunt soaked up. We're gonna wash these and talk about the figure. So the first thing I made with this was corn relish. It is a beautiful, full of turmeric, mustard, and it's just absolutely amazing. It made 18 jars. The ingredients that took was about $2.12 more. So it's a total of $3.48 that I now have invested in 18 jars. That's like a lot of money saved. Oh my gosh. It's literally 19 cents a jar. And it's delicious. So knowing that those are 19 cents each, that's all the money that I have spent in this entire adventure. The next thing that I did was I took the cobs that were left and I put them in and made broth out of them. Just boiled the broth. And then I pressure canned it. I had 2 jars that failed on that whole adventure, and those are in the fridge, and I will use those first. So that is free. I literally have 7 pints of corn broth that I can make for corn chowder, anything like that. Corn taco soup. Oh man. The next thing you saw me doing was freeze drying the corn silks, because I found out by researching that there are so many beneficial properties in the corn silks. So those were totally free. And the last thing that I did was I took the corn husks and I am drying them in my garage so that I can make tamales, because I've always wanted to make tamales, but I never have. So there you go. All of this for $3.48. You cannot go wrong. And a little bit of time. Okay, a lot of bit of time. But I'm really interested in trying this, the corn broth, to see if it's great. And this is definitely a do-over. It is amazing. You guys have a great day out there. Now you know what I know.